Clicking buttons,
Oh God,
clicking
buttons have
buttons,
been clicked.
and we're live.
Now they're excited, Chuck.
They're
We are
even
live.
on the right audio inputs. That's good. Yeah, we're live. We were just having a lively discussion on whether or not it's okay to idolize David Carradine.
I still don't know who that is.
That's
I
fine.
idolize him for his shitty infomercials.
Oh, I don't think I ever saw any of his infomercials.
Oh man.
Okay, I'll have to look those up. Do they have any, like, he was like selling like special like name brand belts or something?
No, but he was playing with a garden hose.
Yeah, same difference.
All right. Well, it's Friday and a little bit of a small crew, but that's fine. We're playing Anvea. We missed last week because Chuck's internet
Pickle.
was bad.
It was bad.
It was made of Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But this week it is much better. So yeah, we're back with Anvea. Last time when we left off, you all, what'd you do? You finished your prison break. You recruited April to the party. You came across one of the city officials and the guard captain doing something to kind of, you weren't sure if it was like rigging or getting information for their betting on the Coliseum matches that were coming up. John, you sprung your friend Eskar from the jail. You got your magical tattoos updated and reapplied with that. And amidst all of that, you got a note. Or actually, next you went to a candy shop. You got a fancy candy. There's like a glass candy container to put your slime that you kidnapped in. And after that, you found a note saying that Minton had been kidnapped. And it said to meet with Samley at Hefty Habitat to talk about a business inquiry. That's where we are picking up. I guess the option I was going to give you guys too, I don't know how many of you were beat up or not. But you're going to have the option. Did you want to lawn rest before and like take a look at it the next day, or were you just going to go straight to the Hefty Habitat?
I think we already long rested.
Did we?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure because I'm not as beat up as I was.
Yeah. Well, I've still got like 2 corruption, 1 fatigue, a lingering sprained injury.
Or maybe it looks like we just short rested because I see we all clicked on short rest.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think anyone long rested.
Yeah, maybe we will go long rest.
Yeah. I don't know if the long rest does the corruption correctly. You should lose 1 a day, I believe is the rule.
Should lose 1? Okay.
Yeah, I think it goes down by 1 a day. Yeah, long resting reduces by 1. I don't know if the button does that.
Okay.
I can't remember. So if it doesn't go down, just click it down by 1.
Just do like I do and just don't take corruption.
Yeah.
Well, I'm working on that. It's, what about the lingering sprained injury? Is that gone or is that going to linger for a bit yet?
Let me take a look at what that is on yours. Yeah, that's lingering, so you'll have to get that healed or looked at.
Okay.
Or spend downtime to get rid of that.
Okay.
So that would be like 3 days of resting. So one of your arms or wrists is injured. Anything involving both of your hands is risky.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't remember how you got that, so I can't remember. It's probably in the fight with the guard.
It was in the fight. I screwed up. It's from the corruption, or I screwed something up in like casting a spell or something. I think and hurt myself.
Oh, I remember. It was you. I think you failed a spell when you were trying to like body morph yourself.
Yep.
Oh, that sounds right.
So
yeah,
it made sense that it was sprained, so just didn't kind of snap back correctly.
Yep.
So
okay,
we'll say it's like your non-dominant hand is sprained. Sure. Good with that. Okay. But yeah, you should get some health back from that long rest. I don't think anyone lost any spells or anything like that. And we pick it up. I move the token over, so you guys are pretty much right outside of Hefty Habitat. And you have some options. So as you approach Hefty Habitat, you see there are some people kind of walking away again, like they were the day before. You see lots of disappointed faces of people like, man, they're still closed. And like kids that are upset that the gate seems to be closed. And there are two entrances. There's one on the north and one in the south. And you're approaching from the north. And you see that there's just it's kind of like this wavy gate kind of thing that's wrapped around. It's like there's like this wavy brickwork with some wrought iron above it, so you can just kind of barely see in and hear the animals over it. And then it comes to this gate. It's a big archway, and there's just some rope that's been strung across it, and little signs hanging over it, saying that Hefty Habitat is currently closed and will reopen soon.
Even better. So, walk the perimeters, find a shady place, sneak in, stab a bunch of people, steal their animals, rescue Minton, and escape. The stabbing a bunch of people is optional.
We don't have to, but we may have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sound like a plan?
Yeah, it did say like the ransom note that you guys got had a little tuft of hair from Minton that's like been pressed into it and attached. And it said, meet with Samley for a business inquiry. And I think some of you would know that Samley, or you would know from talking to the candy shop guy, that Samley's the guy that owns the Hefty Habitat Zoo. So he may be expecting you, but yeah, it does seem to be closed. So you're saying you want to go around it and just kind of see what the best place to go in is first?
I think so. Giving it the once over.
Yeah.
You said you wanted to go around. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. So you go around. The fence is pretty tall, but the brickwork part's pretty low. You see it kind of ramps up behind where the exhibits are, so it's a little bit hard to see through the brickwork where they are, but you can just kind of see the tops of those exhibits every so often. Hear animals.
Were there guards stationed or people stationed like right at the gates?
There's not guards stationed at the north gate, but as you're going and you're doing your sweep around, you do see there are two guards stationed at the south gate. They're both wearing like armor, and they've got a pole arm, but they have like these animal masks on that are like felt that kind of cover their whole head.
That sounds right.
Two at the south gate.
So you said they're basically just roped off for gates being closed?
On the north, or the north gate is roped off, yeah.
You know,
just a sign draped over it.
We could just go right through the north gate there. I mean, Rudiger and I can just walk underneath it probably, and pretty sure Al could step over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to be anyone there. I would just rather not land in front of like a hungry, like giant cat or something.
Okay. I will walk under the rope sneakily.
Okay.
I will also
circle back around up to the north again. And yeah, it's just this single rope that's kind of draped through the gate with the little sign on it. It's like a little wooden sign. And you're able to easily step underneath it. You look around. One of the first things that you see there's like a tent that has its flaps like closed, and they've looked like they've been stapled closed. There's like metal holding them. And you see that there's a goat pen to the left. And looks like there's a few goats missing. There's like a little plaque there that has like the pictures of the goats. And there's only like 3 goats in there, but it looks like there's usually a lot more. It's a pretty big pen. And one other thing you would notice too,
Cat slapped
as you're
my
looking
feet
over
right
at
on
this-
Joe's face.
Oh my god.
What?
The feet stickers on the stream got slapped, and they landed right on your face.
Got him.
Fantastic. And as you're looking at this goat pen too, another thing that you notice, just as you're walking by, so it looks like it's kind of like this metal wrought iron fence, but it looks like one part has been very shoddily recently mended with magic. Like it has this kind of like almost flaky effect to one part of the fence. It looks like it had been chewed through or something, and then they mended part of it. But
That's
quickly.
weird.
That is weird.
I
How
wonder.
are the goats looking? Do they look
Yeah.
healthy?
Yeah, you look at the goats that are remaining there. 2 of them are just kind of sitting there on the ground. One's walking around, grazing. They seem to be healthy.
Okay.
They look a little spooked,
All
but
right.
seem to be healthy. You see that where the fence was chewed through is like right on the edge. There's like this goat pen, and this tent that's been closed is right next to it. And the fence was chewed through right next to where that tent is.
Interesting.
Yeah. Not. What's the fence made out of? You said like wiring or what?
Yeah, it's like wrought iron, and it's got this like thinner metal mesh on the inside of it too. So it looks like that's what's been kind of chewed through and then bent. Looks like one of them kind of maybe chewed their way out or something.
That's
But someone tried to quickly repair it with a mend spell.
okay. I mean, it worries me that they've got a goat vigorous enough to chew through a wrought iron fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's worrisome.
All right. I guess should we look for a way into the tent?
Yeah.
All right.
Perimeter.
Sure. You go around the tent a little bit. You see the front's kind of been like stitched and stapled closed. You see around the back one of the because there's like usually in the tents there's these like ropes that are kind of pulled to keep it taut. One of those has also been chewed through a little bit, so one of the back flaps of the tent is just kind of a little bit loose, enough that you could like lift it up and go under.
Okay. Let's go under.
Okay. As you lift up, you walk under. You see that there's like a dirt floor inside of here. First thing you notice is a bit of a visceral smell of like meat, gore. You don't really see it anywhere though, but as you're looking around too, you see that there's what looks to be some weird discolorations on the inside of this tent. And you see also there are lots of these burlap sacks that are all stacked. And you see on top, you can read the label, and they say Happy Snacks. And snacks are spelled SNAX with an exclamation point.
Not creepy. Do we
Any
see?
of them moving?
Yeah.
As you're checking around, someone give me like a discern test as you're like kind of investigating that. Or
Okay.
anyone can roll it, or everyone can roll it if they want.
All right.
What's the context?
Urban or common?
This would be society.
All right. I think I've got that one. So.
Oof.
Yeah, I'll just take my
One
one
success is all I need.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't have discern. But I did get a success.
Okay. So, John and Chuck, you guys kind of searching around. Jake, you're like looking kind of these discolorations and things. You don't really can't see what it was. Looks like someone was cleaning something recently in here. But John and Chuck, you see that one of these burlap sacks has been chewed through at about the height that you would expect a goat head to be. And it's kind of been torn open. And you see a bunch of crumbs and things that have spilled out. Looks like it's been partially cleaned up, but that sack hasn't been removed. But you do see like tiny bits of crumbs of this like feed. And the other thing you notice too is there's like a clipboard hung on the center run of this tent pole. And there's giant underlined words that say it's like a feeding schedule. And at the bottom, there's like red marker with 3 underlines that says only feed once per day.
I'm very confused by all of this. Do you two have a good idea? Because I have a terrible idea.
Well, I want to hear your terrible idea first.
Open all the bags. Dump them all out.
And let the goats loose?
Yeah. Because I don't know what's going on. So.
Well, let's look a little bit further in here, but I like that idea.
Okay.
How's that?
So the bags don't contain meat, is what you're telling me.
It's like grain.
They don't. They have some sort of like feed.
Like
kind of like
if you desiccate meat enough, it will become pellet-like.
That is true.
it's like some kind of dried, crumbly food in it.
I'm going to try a little bit of it.
Okay.
Of
See if
course.
I can
of course.
discern.
You say a little bit.
Like a
Mystery
pellet.
substance, let's taste it.
Like a pellet. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Science.
it's a small amount.
Yeah. Like a marble size.
Okay. Chuck,
Rip.
give me. Oh, God. This would be a brawn saving throw, I think.
Oh, no. Do I have a saving throw right there? Oh, this is great. Everything's great. Everything's great.
Hey, 1 pass.
I got a success.
That's good. You only ate a little bit. You eat it, and it tastes like really dry, kind of chalky almost. But as you're chewing on it, it starts tasting better and better.
You just gotta get wet
And
first,
then-
guys. Hold it in your mouth a little bit, and it blooms.
Yeah. And as you swallow it, you're not a magic caster, but you've been around magic effects. You've probably had a potion in your life at some point. And you get that same kind of strange feeling of like, there's something magic to this. There's something imbued in whatever this feed is. But you can't really tell what the effect is. You feel it like try to wash over your body, but you kind of resist it.
That food is weird.
You feel incredibly full at the moment, too.
I am very full. And it, like, you know, like when like you've had too much to drink and like you can feel it, you're starting to warm up, and then all of a sudden like you accidentally get pushed into a river and like it just snaps you right out of it. It's kind of like that warm up feeling, but then it just cuts.
So, not eat the food. Fair enough.
I don't know. I'll have another piece.
Okay, do you want to get it wet first? Pee on it or something?
No. I'll just take a drink
Try
of my
spitting on it.
canteen. It's like when you don't have a bowl and you're eating cereal. You put some cereal in your mouth, you take a swig of milk, you shake your head around, and then you're good to go.
Just take it,
Okay.
just put it in your mouth.
Are you eating another piece?
Yeah, why not?
I think that's safe again.
You know,
need 2 successes this time.
Vertigar, have you ever considered the possibility maybe it turns people into goats?
Well, I wish you would have told me that before I ate that second piece.
Oh,
I'll push
gosh. Okay. Yeah.
That's
One success.
a success.
Yep. Not failing by 2 is good. Still a fail.
Yeah.
Chuck, you feel kind of similar. You start chewing on it. It feels dry, but it tastes better as you chew on it longer.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit harder to swallow because you felt pretty full. But as you do
I shouldn't
swallow
have eaten
it,
the second piece. I was way too
you
full
feel
from the first one.
incredibly bloated.
Oh,
You almost feel like you're swelling up. And you start to feel like something's kind of washing over. You're getting like almost this fog in your brain.
Yeah.
You feel very like contempt, docile almost.
Oh.
And then you immediately need to vomit and just spills out.
Oh, no.
Is it more coming out than what went in?
Yes.
It's like an impressively large amount. Like I'm there just solid heave stream for like 20 seconds.
I'm gonna regret that I'm looking, but is what's coming out? What's coming out? Is it? Is
How many
there chunks of
spiders are-
anything that's more?
It just looks like a lot of oatmeal.
It
Okay.
tastes like orange juice and hot dogs. Oh.
Better than orange juice and toothpaste.
It's a toss up.
Yeah.
I'll say this whole time, Jake, you're still like trying to go off of what you were discerning. It wasn't quite the feed. And you see some cleaning supplies and looks like a few rags that were maybe stained with blood at one point, but have just been kind of like left in this bucket, and someone was trying to scrub it out. But there's like a bucket and a scrubber and a rag that all have just kind of this reddish hue to them.
Lots of blood in here recently, according to this red tinged stuff.
Yeah, I mean the smell in here, it's a lot of viscera, a lot of. I mean, you said it was kind of. It smelled like gore. Are we seeing anything besides
Yeah.
bags of feed in here?
No, you do not. So you still smell like a slight tinge of gore, but it looks like it's been cleaned up mostly.
Okay. Hmm. Are there any tracks or anything leading out of here?
You look around for tracks, and it's dirt. It's kind of easy to tell too. Like you were just looking in the goat pen. You do see there are what look to be like hoof prints that went underneath the tent, kind of in the same place that you were, and stamped around, walked along, and stood by this bag. And you see like a bunch of hoof prints over by this bag where it was chewed open.
Okay, so the goats got hungry, driven mad with hunger lust, much like Rodigar, for more feed, chewed their way out of their pen into the tent. Okay.
And then probably exploded from eating too much feed.
That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a possibility. Rodigar, don't eat more.
Okay. If you say so.
All right.
Get the sense of that.
Sense of what?
I said you get the sense that something along those lines may have happened.
Were there any other like buildings in here? I mean,
you're in this tent.
Yeah.
You're just walked by the first enclosure. There's kind of like this sneaking path that goes through. So these are just like the first two things.
Head out and see if we can find more. Something else?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You make your way out of the tent. And as you're like making your way back to the road, you hear footsteps that sound to be like, and some armor kind of clinking. You notice down the road there are two people wearing felt animal covered helmets. These two are wearing one of them is wearing a helm that looks like a lizard, and the other one looks like a hippo. You see them kind of talking together. They've got their pole arms and they're just moving along
So
one of the paths that kind of intersects.
we could
Festive guards.
we could spring an ambush on them. Not kill them, just knock them out, tie them up, and then you put on the uniforms. Brodegar and I will be one, and then Al, you can be the other.
So I like the idea, but I have there's one little hiccup.
Mm-hmm.
I fight people with arrows.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard not to kill people when you're fighting them with arrows.
It's fair.
Even if you take the pointy part off, it still goes into people.
It's true. It's true. Or we could just hide from them too. I mean, that's fine too.
Okay.
Mm.
That's a better not killy version.
Yeah, I'd say now you guys notice them. It's just one success needed. If you guys could make a conceal.
Yeah,
It'll be fine.
it's fine. Everything's fine. I am good at conceal.
Oh yeah, you guys do great. So
Yeah.
you poke around, you see them walking. It seems like the helmets don't do many favors on their like peripheral vision as well. These
Okay.
weird covers and stuff. So they don't seem to pay any attention to you. And they just continue walking by. You hear the goats bleeding behind you again. They're just kind of walking around. Looks like the next exhibit in front of you is there's two across from each other. So you continue down the path a little bit, and there is a pen full of rabbits, and across from it, a pen full of sheep.
Let's go look at the sheep. Because sheep are just hairy goats.
Sure.
Yeah. You go up to the sheep exhibit. You see the fence is a little bit shorter than it was for the goats. And there's a lot more sheep in this exhibit. And it seems to have like the correct number, you'd guess, for how many are in there. Just kind of milling about in there. And you see that it looks like their feed pen has been recently filled. And you see like a bunch of these squares of those happy snacks have been laid out.
Hmm.
And some of them are over there just eating.
Kind of curious where these happy snacks are coming from.
That's true. Yeah.
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 I'm also curious if we could get some for our animals, provided we only feed them once a day.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
I go look at the bunnies.
Yeah, bunny
Okay.
time.
You ever looking at the bunny exhibit? And same thing, they are all right around where the feed like has been spilled out for them. So they're all just kind of circling around there. And there's one that's kind of like hopping around, looks like it's eaten already. But they all seem to be just eating right now.
You know, I do worry that they seem all the animals seem to be being fed these happy snacks, and I mean the goats got pretty aggressive with getting into it, and I just worry that it's a bit of an addiction for
Well,
them.
it definitely could be. I mean, well, but that's just kind of goats too.
That's true. I mean that is kind of goats. That you're
Yeah.
fair.
I mean, they'll just eat until there's nothing to eat in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it could just be a complete and total accident that the goats exploded themselves.
It could be. It could be.
Maybe they want our goats in exchange for Minton.
I don't want to give them our goats. They blew up their last goats.
Yeah, it's kind of a jerk thing.
Yeah.
I
We
have an
blew up
idea
our
though.
goats, give us yours. No.
This is just maybe in case down the road. I mean, we know how to kill it. But in case you come across a grusk again, maybe we should grab one of those bags and we'll just shove it full of that stuff and see what
That's a
happens.
good idea.
Good. There are several of those bags back in that tent.
All right. On the way out, we grab a bag. Yeah. Okay. Let's go look at some rabbits.
Yeah, and again, Jake's over looking at the rabbits as well and sees that they've just all been fed. They all seem to be kind of huddled around where their feed was laid out, and they're all just munching away at that. Every so often, they'll like kind of poke back, and they're still chewing. They'll look over at you, but then go back to eating.
Are they like
recently fed?
Fluffy rabbits, like the long-haired kind, or are they?
Yeah, they're pretty long-haired. A little bit of variety.
Can't really tell if they're fat or not. So.
Yeah, they all look healthy.
Yeah,
I mean that's something.
Yeah. All right, what else we got here?
And you continue down. You see that as you go, now you're getting to like where this intersection was. And you see there's a sign in the center of the intersection, and it has pointing off like directions for other things to see around. So you see one of the directions of the sign says to the left that there's the ponies, guinea pigs, and capybara exhibit.
Mm.
The other direction is the ducks, birds, and sugar gliders exhibit. And straight forward is the gift shop and restaurant.
As much as I love looking at animals, we are here for a task.
Yeah.
Gift shop and restaurant. There's going to be like an ownery person, but they're going to be hanging out around there.
Probably, yeah. I do, I hate to say it, a little bit of grudging admiration. They got a nice zoo here.
They do have a nice zoo. It is nice.
It is a pretty well maintained zoo. Like the grass is all cut nice. There's little like flowers and things, and
they don't have a crab.
Informational stuff.
Yeah, they don't have a crab. Does make me a little concerned that they accidentally exploded some of their animals.
Mm-hmm. Although that might be the reason for it being closed too.
It could be. Yeah, that would be a rough one.
The 3 p.m. goat show is canceled today on account of one of the goats exploded.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make good press. Okay, you guys head straight through the intersection then. And this is about kind of like the middle of the zoo. So you're heading towards, as you kind of go through this path a little bit, there's some trees here and there too. So you can't really see all the way to like the other side. But as you weave your way through here and there, eventually the path kind of widens up and you're into this area that's got like more buildings, and there's tables and chairs and stuff. This kind of like, you see the gift shop, there's a restaurant, and then there's like areas to picnic and things.
Yeah.
You see there's some like stages set up for if people were doing shows and things, like all that kind of stuff is over on this side. And you see way over the south entrance, and you see there's 2 guards like facing out, sitting at that entrance, like turning people away that are trying to get into the south.
Well,
facing opposite direction of you guys.
Yeah. Don't need to sneak yet.
No.
So you see there is on the left side, there is a gift shop. And then beyond that, there's a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the right side, there's like a big stage. There's restrooms and things
Yeah.
on that side.
Any kind of, because surely these guards aren't taking these giant ass animal heads home. So presumably they've got like lockers or something. Any sign of like an administration building, something like that?
Employees
You're looking
only
around.
door.
Give me
Maybe it's on the backside of the gift shop.
discern. If you're
Yeah.
looking from right here.
Nope. I do not succeed.
I got two
Two
successes.
That is better.
I got no successes.
That is
Okay.
the same.
So I'll say you guys are kind of looking around in here, and you're looking at the buildings. Like none of them seem to really be big enough. Maybe there's like something in the back of the stage, or like there's some part that's kind of hidden. But John, you see over in between where the restaurant and the gift shop is, there's like a little bit of an alley, and at the back of that, there's like a door that's kind of made into. It's like meant to be. It's concealed with like the way that they have the side of the walls painted and stuff.
Gotcha.
You just see like the seam of a door in the side of one of these buildings.
I bet that's the door.
Let's go in.
All right.
Okay. Make your way over in between. You're far enough back that you like see some people kind of milling about, but they all seem to notice that the zoo's closed. They're not really looking in at you guys, but make your way through. As you're walking down this alleyway, you do hear the bell of maybe the gift shop door chiming.
Okay.
You hear just a little bell jingle from around the corner. When you get up to this door, you see a seam of it. After looking around for a little bit, you see there's like a little bit, there's this kind of like a wood slanted like siding. You see there's like a lip underneath one of them where there's a place for a handle to pull.
I pull.
As you pull, it kind of spins a little bit. It doesn't like fully pull out from the door, and it rotates into the wall. And you see there's just this dark, like, corridor that starts to slope downward. You see this very just stone dug tunnel that goes pretty steeply down.
This is
Down.
either where they keep their food for the restaurant or a hidden demonic temple of sorts.
Entirely possible. I am going to check behind us though, since we did hear the
That's
bell.
true.
On the gift shop. Just making sure nobody's coming this way.
Okay. Yeah, you peek your head around. You see that the door, there's like a sign that's on the door that's kind of swaying. You don't see anyone in front of the door, but it looks like if it opened, either someone opened it and then went back inside, or someone came from the outside and went in. But looks like that door had just recently opened, and there's still some movement there. You don't see anyone though.
Okay.
You do see those two guards at the front though still.
Okay.
Head down.
Right. Head down.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. As you guys step into this corridor, it feels a lot colder instantly. You hear all the sounds of the city start to kind of go away. You've heard some, there's just kind of the ambient chatter of the city and carts and things, but that all goes away as soon as you're in this tunnel. You start heading down.
Oh, real quick. I do want to check. On the door, on the inside of the door, is there like a handle and so forth?
Yeah, there is. It looks like you can open it back.
That is a great question.
Yeah. There's a little you see there's like kind of a mechanism where there's like a rope that's in the door. And it seems to be like when it's pulled, it pulls that latch and it lets you pull this door close.
Okay.
Cool.
So, so are you closing the door behind you as you're coming in?
The door to the tunnel?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah. So you pull it close, and you feel like as you're pulling the rope, you feel it pass the latch, and as you let go, the rope goes a little bit into the door, and you hear it seal. And there's like a little bit of a flickering light. You see that there's like an oil lantern that's at the bottom of this, next to another door at the bottom of this like long kind of slanted. It's not steps, but it's like flat
Okay. Like a
leaning
ramp.
down. Yeah.
And we
You see lots of there's kind of like maybe there's been like lots of carts or something that's gone
Yeah,
down. You
I
see
was gonna
like
say.
two like kind of more dirty parts, like they're see like more wheels or something that's
You
gone over.
might have been onto something else. This might be the cold storage for the restaurant.
Yeah. But yeah, you said there's at the bottom there's a lamp with another door next to it.
Yep.
I'll open that door carefully.
Okay.
Slowly.
And this one's just like a normal door. It's got a little latch on it. You open it up. As it swings open, it goes into a small room. You see that there's lots of pallets here and there. You see some of the pallets have empty sacks, like burlap sacks that say Happy Snacks on them. And then there's some other empty burlap sacks that look the same, but they don't have the Happy Snacks like branding stitched into them yet.
Okay.
You see there's like a dolly cart. There's a stack of pallets that are on their side. And then you see there's like some old signs and things from like maybe when they had a certain show or whatever. There's like kind of like marquee board type stuff that's over in one of the
Snap,
corners.
Debbie Snacks. Thanks for that sub. That's fantastic.
Yeah, thanks. And then you see there are two doors, one on the left and one on the right.
Okay.
On the left, it says, left says administration, and the right says factory.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, that's not what I was expecting.
mm,
Well, factory?
Factory.
yeah, factory.
We need to know who's ass to kick in administration.
Yeah. We gotta need to know how hard to kick their asses. All right. Factory it is.
Okay. So you turn towards the right. There's another door. You open it up. You see like another tunnel that seems to go down a little bit, but then levels out and goes straight for a while. And then right at the end of this tunnel, it curves slightly. So you can see that there's a door that's going to the left at the end of this tunnel.
Okay. Head to that door.
Make your way down.
Yeah.
And more of the same of kind of how the other one looked. It looks like there's kind of tracks from carts or something that have been wheeled through here several times. As you're going this way too, there's kind of this weird like smell in the air. There's weird fumes. It feels like bitter.
Mm,
And John, you notice there's like a little bit of an arcane kind of charge in the air.
Okay, I'm just gonna like touch the walls. My no magic senses related to touch.
What do your spider
Oh, okay.
fingers tell you?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. As you run your hand along it, the not the walls themselves, but kind of like just like it's not quite like soot. But there's just kind of like this residue along the walls that as you rub it through your fingers, it feels like there's some arcane charged residue or dust or something that's just kind of been through here.
Yeah, there's definitely some magic afoot in here. I can feel it.
Snap, we got Kozel bits. Thanks, there, cat.
Yeah, he is harassing me.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
great.
there probably won't be a Muppet on stream tonight because she's over there napping.
Yeah, I was
And
just
she
looking down at Purdy, and she is sound the fuck asleep.
I wish Kozel was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you make it down to this door. As you approach this door, though, it starts to feel like a little bit warmer. And you hear this kind of like rhythmic, almost machinery. You hear like hissing every so often, some churning, um, lots of things like kind of moving and bubbling, that kind of stuff. Seems to be coming from the other side of the door.
Going in?
Yeah.
In we
Head
go.
on in.
Yeah. There's another oil light kind of by the end of here. As you open this, door opens, and you're in what looks to be like a large room. It's kind of hard to tell because it's super cluttered. There's pipes and all sorts of just contraptions and machinery and stuff that are all wired together and connected. Looks like a lot of the pipes have been rerouted multiple times and chopped multiple places and have burst and then been resealed. Like it's not a very neatly put together sort of thing. You see like some places there are these large like barrels of storage of some kind. You see there's like glass tubes every so often that have weird colored liquids. You see there's like giant bellows that are moving up and down every so often, pumping. And then some of the pipes too are just dripping little bits of this like bluish liquid that when it hits the ground, it sizzles a little bit. You pick up more
Don't
of that
touch that.
kind of like arcane sense in the area that some magic afoot.
I don't like that.
And you see on the opposite side of the room, there is someone huddled over what looks to be like a conveyor belt. And it's like one of those shake belts. So there's like this vibrating kind of trough, and there's just a person hunched over it, and every so often they dip their hands into it. They turn their head to the side, and you see they have all these like goggles and glass on the front. They're like inspecting it, and then they'll drop it back in. They seem to be totally preoccupied, and they're humming to themselves.
Are we going to be health inspectors?
I think we're gonna be health inspectors. All three of us march up on him angry like, or you want me to sneak up and like get right behind his ear and yell out, "Health inspector, motherfucker"?
Dealer's choice.
Al, you got a preference?
I would like to see the sneaking part.
I'm gonna sneak up right behind this fucker. Yeah.
All right.
Let's see.
Roll that conceal.
Yeah.
Ooh.
2 successes. I'm good with that.
Okay. Sneaking through, and as you're stealthing through and looking around, getting farther in, you see there's like another door off to the left. It seems to be kind of like a square room, and it's pretty large. You do see there's like a closed door to your left, about halfway through this like left wall that you
Okay.
go past. You don't see anyone else in the room. And you do see this like conveyor belt thing goes through the wall into that room to the left.
And that's where the
You
stuff's
see that
coming
it's
out
kind of
of.
spun through here,
Can
where it's going into.
Okay.
we see what's on the conveyor belt?
Yeah, it's a little bit hard from right when you first enter the room, but like as you sneak up, check especially as you get close. It looks very similar to that, like the pellets of feed that you saw, but it's much larger. It's more in like rock-sized chunks. Hasn't been ground down yet to small pellets, but every so often he is like breaking part of it, and he'll pick it up and just look at small pieces and then throw it back on the belt.
Okay.
You see him just kind of rummaging through every so often.
But yeah,
He's got a little clipboard to his side that every so often he'll scribble something on it too.
that fucking nerd. Yeah, I sneak up right behind him.
Okay. as you get closer to him, you thought maybe it's like a half lane or something because they were pretty short. But you see, it's just a pretty old man that they're just have horrible posture. They're kind of hunched. They've got this long, kind of scraggly beard that's woven into their like leather apron that they're wearing in front of them.
Okay.
You're right behind them.
Give him a heart attack.
Gonna give him a heart attack. I sneak up right behind him, get right up in his ear.
Mm-hmm.
Health inspector, motherfucker.
And he's holding one of these pellets. And as you scream that, he jumps, drops the pellet. As he drops it and it hits the ground, it kind of skitters and bounces a little bit, and it explodes in this little bit of a glittery explosion on the ground.
That's
and then
cool.
trickles out. And you see there's like this little, like some of the rocks have chipped a little bit away where it did that. It turns back. It's like, oh, I don't. That is so dangerous. Who are you?
Health inspector for the city?
Health. She doesn't know about this. I mean, yes, they do. We have a permit. They don't send people.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Which is it?
Yeah, so why don't you just...
You don't know about this, or you have a permit?
We do have a permit.
Okay, well, explain to me what you're doing here.
We've already been inspected.
No, you haven't.
Did Emily send you?
Yeah.
Does he know you're here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
are you like health inspectors, like Samley's health inspectors, or like health inspectors?
the first one.
Okay.
So what is this stuff? And I'm going to pick one of them up.
And he grabs it from you very like quickly and then sets it cautiously back down into the trough. Like, well, these are unrefined happy snacks at the moment. They're still in process. This is pretty early in the process. These are just fresh out of their crafting, like, alchemical chamber.
Oh, okay.
Very volatile at this stage, so best not to touch them. I'm just inspecting it for consistency.
That's fair. So, I'm not familiar with all the alchemical parts. Run that by me real quick.
Do you want the long hand or the short hand?
I won't understand either of them, but Lonan here, he will.
Oh, and he looks over at you. He's like, "Are you one of the alchemical arts?" And he seems kind of excited.
Yeah, lay it on me.
And he looks around for a little bit, and he looks back at you, Chuck, and then he kind of like grabs your shoulders and pulls you away from the line a little bit.
I'll go with it. Yeah, I'll go with it.
He like turns you. He's like, "Oh, okay. Well, so there's a lot of the raw material that's brought in over here, and basically we cram as much energy and calories as dense as we possibly can into these little pellets, which makes them dangerous, but that's why they get refined in the next room, so that they are edible."
Nice.
It was this all kind of spawned from another project that we made, and then it was a bit of a side effect that it tasted good, and we wanted to see if we could run with that. So it's been very, very good. Added some extra things, made the animals docile. They seem to like it. Seems to keep them healthy with some of the charms we've put in it, and we've been running with it ever since the last few months.
What's the raw material?
Oh, it's a lot of different things. And he goes over, he brings it by. You see there's like this giant kind of like processor spinning bin thing. And you see that it's dumping in a combination of, he's like kind of showing you some of these ingredients, like, oh, there's some like grains, there's some meats, there's some Mark silver here, and this stuff, I don't really know what it is. And then he picks it up. There's like this black goopish kind of stuff that's getting dripped out of this one pipe into it. He's like, I don't remember exactly. They tried to explain it to me at one point. I don't remember how that works. But yeah, it's all natural mostly.
And then, so you're saying that there's kind of two different products you make. There's the happy snacks and then something else.
Well, it's only happy snacks now. Originally, it was meant to be used for more, well, a little bit kind of like what happened when I dropped it earlier. But it wasn't quite as effective, a little bit more volatile than we wanted. So we dropped the volatility, and the side effect of it tasting good is something that we ran with, and now they're happy snacks. We already had all the facility built, so might as well use it.
It's fair. It's fair.
That makes sense.
Can you give us a full tour of the place and tell us what everything does?
Certainly. And so he starts bringing you through. He's giving this like very over technical explanation, like, oh, it's munched down in here, and then it goes from this to this, and it's like this 5 or 6 stage process before these chunks of the raw happy snack is like protruded, and it's kind of rocky. And it's like gets dropped into this trough, and then the trough kind of brings it over here into the next room where it's processed, and it's more of a manual procedure in the next room. Can't really go in there, but yes, this is where all the magic happens.
When he's preoccupied with giving the rundown, I do want to flip off for just a moment and go load my pockets with the unrefined happy snacks.
Okay.
For later.
I'm really hoping that at some point Chuck fails a sneak roll or something and falls down a set of stairs and lands directly on his unrefined happy snacks.
Yeah, I was
Don't worry, I'll sneak ahead.
I was just thinking of the doing the Heisenberg Pokeball scene.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what scene that is.
It's from Breaking Bad.
I've seen like first season, I think.
Did that happen in the first season or the second season?
Hard to say. It was a while ago.
Can't remember.
A building
there was a scene
exploded.
Where he had a bag and he threw it and it exploded.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I was just thinking more
like a Pokeball.
Chuck stuffing his pockets full of, the little snap popper thing.
The cherry bombs or whatever those are.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say it depends on like how much you're trying to take, if I'm going to make you roll or not.
Just a handful in 2 pockets.
Enough to be comedically dangerous?
So just like...
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I will make you roll for that. Okay. Yeah. And you saw how volatile it was, and you saw kind of how he was picking it out of the trough. So I'll say you're able to just take 2 of those, and now you have 2 pockets with highly volatile rocks.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that going badly at all.
No, not at all. You're able to do that. So as you grab those 2, he finishes up and brings it back to the trough, and then he says that again, like, oh yeah, this is where all of it pretty much happens, and then it's refined in the other room, which we cannot go into. It's very hazardous. You don't have the correct.
But you said it was manual, so are there like people that are working in there?
Yes, but they have things that make it less dangerous for them to be in there.
We're in PPE.
Yes. You wouldn't want to go in there just as you are.
Fair enough.
That's why I stay out here.
Fair, very fair. Well, thank you for the information. we'll go speak with the manager, the supervisor on duty right now.
Sam Lee?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always here. I think he lives here. Never seen him leave. It's
Maybe
usually
over
always in the
the
office, but it's on the other side in administration.
Hey,
He's not often in here.
yeah. I heard a little bird say that he had a new talking cat.
Talking cat.
Yeah. Do you hear
I
anything
have not
about that?
heard.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I did hear a cat earlier. It wasn't talking, it was just kind of screaming as cats do.
Okay.
But it was kind of echoey. It's pretty far away.
Sure. Okay. Thanks.
And he looks
You
back at you,
passed the
making
health
sure that you're not
inspection.
too close.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, right. Aha.
Aha.
Well, I'll get back to it then. He steps back over and kind of picking through the trough. You see that he picks out one that is like all black. He very carefully brings it over to a bin that's like all metal. He sets it in it and closes and then waves you off. Then he's like, yep, Sam Lee's back up there and take the right and straight across. And he should talk to you in administration.
Hey. Are you two super curious about what that black stuff is?
I'm very curious about what that black stuff is.
I would really like to know what that black stuff is.
Also, I'm just pointing this out that if you want to take out the competition, you just hit this place in the right places in this little factory, and the whole thing goes up.
I was thinking that too. Also, he heard a cat making cat noises, which means they took the collar off.
Yeah. I don't like that.
I don't like that
Yeah,
either.
it's suspicious.
Okay. As we're kind of leaving the room, I want to try and kind of just look and see if I can follow where that pipe goes that the black goop was coming out of.
It kind of gets lost in the
Sure.
such, but it looks like it's going through like one of the walls at one point. And
Okay.
your best guess is it's coming from left. You do see like there's a lot of pipes and things that are coming through the left wall, and then there's also that trough that goes through the left wall again. So maybe more of the raw materials are further down that way.
Okay.
Or I think I said it was on the right, but it'd be from the left of as you are walking out.
Yeah.
That door he told you not to go behind.
Yeah. So, administration?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys make your way back into the hallway. You step up. As you get back into the main room, it starts feeling a little bit cooler again. Like it was pretty warm down in that room. The less, more stale air, but less kind of like polluted. Or there's like lots of weird smells from all the stuff that was mixing in there. So the air feels a lot more fresh, even though it's stale as you come back up. And you head straight across into the administration. As you open the door to administration, it doesn't look like a dingy kind of hallway again. It looks a lot nicer. There's like some crown like molding along the ground and the ceiling, some tile. It looks like not super nice, but they've definitely put like more effort into how it looks down here. And you see that there's like this long hallway. It's got some paintings all on the side of it of different animals. And you see lots of like different large kind of egg-shaped people that are posing in different positions that have been like they're kind of like the commissioned portraits of self-portraits kind of deal you see lining this hallway. And you see at the end of the hallway there is a left turn and a right turn. And you see employees and management.
What do you guys think? Management?
Yeah.
Sure.
Looking around in the immediate area, do I see like a doorstop or something like that?
No, not in this hallway.
Okay. Um, I have a set of, well, let's start off with this. The employee door, in case things go sideways, I'm trying to find a way to keep someone who may be inside the employee door from coming out.
Does
That
the
way,
door to the employee's office swing out or in? Out
It would
towards us, I mean.
swing. Yeah, it would swing into this hallway. It looks
okay.
like all three doors leading into this hallway swinging. Like the door from the last room you were in swung into this hallway, and then both of the doors pull in to employees and management.
Okay. In that
So,
case, I'll notice that he's trying to find a way to stop the employee door from opening. I'll take my throwing axe and I'll wedge the edge of my axe underneath the door.
That's good thinking. I was looking at my
Like it.
throwing knives, but I just figured they would be too flat for that.
yeah, I'll say your axe is good enough for that. You're able to wedge that door shut pretty good.
Excellent.
Very cool.
Okay. All right. It's a pretty short hallway. It's like T-shaped. So you wedge this employee's door shut. Then you go straight across the management door. As you open the management door, um, you hear seems to be someone like shouting. You hear a cat kind of rearing, and then you hear like a cage shake. And you see that there's like what looks to be like a little reception area with some chairs and things. And then you see there's this office in the back corner that's got like frosted glass. And you see like that's where the sounds are kind of coming from. And you see the silhouette of someone sitting behind a desk and then two people standing with halberds.
Well, I was all in favor to go in super reckless till I saw the people with the big weapons. So, do we go in reckless or do we go talk?
Let's go talk first. We can
Okay.
get reckless as need be.
Absolutely.
Okay. I am going to make sure to have a couple pellets, like one pellet in like my palm, like kind of hiding them.
Look,
Okay.
I'm just, worst comes to worst, I'll try to make them into spiders.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll command them to kneel while you make them into spiders.
And then I'll put explosive pellets in their little spider mouths. And then kick them in the face.
Mm-hmm. All right. So do you knock on the door, just open it? Like, how are you guys approaching?
I don't know. I feel like it's a power move to just go in, but I feel like we may set the tone a little bit better of
If we knock,
yeah.
we'll knock.
Okay. So you knock on the door, and all the voices kind of hush out a little bit, and you hear a voice like, oh, who is that? Is there,
You
hello?
left us a note and you got our cat. Open up.
Oh, yes, come in. And you see like through the frosted glass, the person behind the desk kind of waving you in.
Open
As
door.
you open the door, don't know. Do you guys see this?
Yes. I don't like that man.
That is a man with strange teeth.
Yep.
He got them from Gary Busey Stealer.
So you
From
see
top
this
and
large
bottom.
man.
Yeah.
He's wearing a pinstripe suit and then like a strange tie. It's like black and white, kind of zebra-y, but just like spirally down, completely clashing with his pinstripe.
Mm.
Very egg-shaped. Like you can't really see much of a neck there.
You'd mentioned that earlier, egg-shaped.
Mm.
Yeah,
Interesting.
This
it's very
Humpty
large.
Dumpty motherfucker.
He's sitting there. His chair seems to be like rather wide too. His hair is like greased and slicked back, and he's just got this massive smile of like perfectly square teeth lining it. He's like, I see you got my note for a business proposal.
That we did.
And
Yeah.
the other thing you see, there are two guards in here that are standing kind of, you see there's like a row of chairs, and the guards are standing behind the chairs. He's sitting behind this large, very fancy looking desk. And there's like this cage to the side of the desk that you see Minton in, not wearing his collar. And he looks all frayed up, like his back is arched, his tail is strung up, his hair is all like spiked out. Seems very frantic, but looks like a little different because he's not wearing the collar, so he seems to just kind of be in feral cat mode. You don't see any like recognition either of you guys as you walk in with that.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, have a seat."
Okay.
So you guys sit down. He rocks back in his chair a little bit and then pulls open the drawer to his desk, pulls out a collar, sets it down. Like, where did you find this? Say, wonderful. Did you buy it? Is there someone that makes more of these?
Oh, well, where we found it is, and I'll point to Minton.
Yeah.
It had it when you found it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Where did you find this cat? Did you buy it with the collar on?
No.
No. So there was out on the road in our many travels, we came across an old inn in a flooded marsh. The inn was dilapidated and completely fucked up. And when we went inside, we found that the inn was occupied by a giant tree man, and the tree man had his best friend, this cat, that already had the collar on. And according to the tree man, this cat has been his friend wearing this collar for hundreds of years.
Unfortunate. I was hoping to find where these came from. They're rather, would be rather useful, reminds you. They seem to imbue some intelligence. Not quite manners. And he kicks the cage. The cat. Minton freaks out a little bit.
Yes, I was going to say, if you intend to use more of those, it does kind of turn animals into buttholes.
Do you think that's a thing with the collar, or
No, it's the collar.
No.
More testing will have to suffice, I suppose.
Yeah. So what's this business deal? Because we're gonna take our cat and our cat's collar, and we're gonna skedaddle.
Well, that's involving the deal. So the deal is, I keep the collar, you get the cat, and some gold, and I don't kill you.
Or hear me out. We get the collar, we get our cat, we get that gold, and we don't kill you. I like that deal better, right, guys?
Oh, yes.
I like that deal.
Quite a lot, yes.
I'm afraid that's not going to work.
I am going to pop up real quick, and I am going to throw my 2 hand pellets at each of his guards.
Okay. Do a ranged roll.
You got it.
This is going to get messy.
It's the lollygaggers.
Oh,
Ooh.
snap.
Hello,
Lollygaggers.
lollygaggers.
Thank you for that raid.
You're just in time for exploding guards.
Yeah. I'll settle
Maybe
with
a little
2s.
bit more than guards.
You know what? They might be a little bit more than guards. I'm gonna go ahead and push that. Doesn't
Well,
yeah.
more than guards in the sense of more exploding than just the guards. Is what I meant.
Oh, okay, that's fine because I'm gonna use my risk assessment and just keep it with that too, and not get myself hurt.
Okay. So with that too, everyone take 1 corruption.
Woo!
What? I'm not a magic
and everyone do those
person.
rolls.
None.
I'm glowing.
Ooh.
Neat.
Okay.
Do I need to roll corruption?
Yep.
I do, don't I?
Up it by 1 and then roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Weak magic.
Yeah, Jake, you are glowing.
That's not bad.
Your body radiates energy, functioning as dim light source within your zone. Conceal tests are risky. I don't think that's the one where you roll randomly to see what color it is. You're just kind of like glowing like a orangish, yellowish light.
That works for me, yeah.
Just like under your skin, just emitting it. Looks a little weird. Okay. Next thing that happens, both of those explode. So he dropped a tiny pellet that was like a pebble before, and it made that explosion. And you threw like 2 potato size.
Pocket sand.
You're in a
Pocket
small
sand.
office.
Napalm.
You hear
Palms
Sam
my
Lee yell out,
hands.
"Good God!" as there's a blinding flash of lights and glitter and explosions. As everyone takes. Chuck, you got 2 successes on that.
Yup.
Let's say that's going to set it
2d30
so
damage.
they took a little bit less than you guys do. So for you guys, you each take 5 physical. That's not too bad.
No thanks.
And they are going to take 9 physical.
Very
Okay.
nice. I've got 1 physical left. Oh wait, no, I have armor. I have 2 physical left.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm very thankful for my armor and the long rest we decided to take earlier.
Absolutely.
That's right. I was at full health for a bit.
For a bit.
For a bit. That's right.
So this goes off. Your guys are all blinded instantly. This is also going to be a, let's say, what saving throw would this be? Probably a bronze saving throw to like be able to work your way through the flash and see if you're able to like regain your
What's the context on this one?
vision.
Urban or common?
This would be society or arcane.
Okay.
I pull a success.
Forget, how do I do
No,
that?
I'm not pushing.
On the
brawn.
stat page, you just click on the word brawn
Yeah.
in your attributes.
Yep, and make sure your token's selected.
Yeah.
I will.
Oh.
Oof.
Do you have risk assessment, Jake?
No,
As
but I do have. Oh, inspiration only works for allies, it would seem.
Oh, no.
Well, that's.
What is it? It's for encounter. I think that's supposed to work for you as well. I'll let you use that.
Okay, in that case, I will use it. Hey,
Hey, there you go.
that's much better.
Fantastic. So is that just John then that failed?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's
So,
a tough one there.
Chuck and Jake, Chuck, like, makes sense for you because you threw them and you knew they were explosive, so you quickly, like, duck and you're not
Really,
quite
it's
dazed as
because
much.
Lonan's got so many goddamn eyes.
It is.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Jake, you're able to turn and miss some of the blast. And you see that Samley also kind of like ducked behind his desk a bit. But these two guards look horrible. Some of their armor is like blown off. You see one of them. Oh, actually, I need to roll corruption for them.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, they all pass. None of them get corruption. Okay. But yeah, you see like the guards look very, very injured from this. One of their masks is like blown off. They look pretty upset as well.
Rightfully
Uh,
so.
You're going to hear this chuckle behind the desk, like, you should have accepted the deal. As we go into initiative.
Okay. I got my token. Damn, going last.
Yeah, me too.
Um,
That's right. Well, it'll give us a chance to see what this guy does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, certainly can't be more than human or anything.
Not with that smile.
okay, Jake, you get a success. You get to go first. So we're here on phase 1.
All right. I will look to one of the guards who nearly exploded. I'll hold up my holy symbol and I'll compel him, or at least attempt to compel him, to flee.
Okay. Sure. Oh, another thing, all the frosted glass in this office like exploded out as well. So you are like, there's a small kind of shabby wall around you guys in the corner. Yeah, roll that compel. Oof.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, 2 damage, but that's not going to be enough.
Dang.
So I'm going to say that 1 doesn't compel him, but it will shift him back from being in phase 2 to phase 4.
Oh, good.
Although it doesn't matter a whole lot.
I was going to say, that's still before us.
Yeah. Okay.
You should take him to phase 6.
Phase 10.
Add a
There
phase
isn't
6, just so that's where he goes. You did
Yep.
so bad. We had to make a lower rung in this fucking shit show.
Yep.
Just for you.
Okay. Phase 2. So as the smoke is clearing out, you see Samley is like kind of crouched over behind his desk. He stands up and he seems to be completely unscathed from the explosion.
That's so rude.
You see as he's standing up, there's just kind of like the rubble and stuff dripping off of him or clearing off him. Like not even dust is settling on his suit. He lets out a big smile at you guys and throws his hands at you. And there's just this giant blast of energy that comes out of his hands.
Ow.
And let me make sure I have that selected correctly. And he's going to you guys are all kind of grouped up.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to throw that.
I am going to politely decline whatever he's doing.
That was the wrong amount of dice. Why would it only roll that many dice?
Because it's the right amount.
I had the wrong token selected. That's why. This should be the right amount of dice. Yep, there we go. That was not a good roll. That's a great roll.
Oh, no.
I don't like
my
that,
gosh.
Joe. I don't like that at all.
He's going to deal
Oh my god.
16 mental damage as
No.
he shoots this blast that kind of ripples through your guys' minds. It seems like he's trying to like daze you with this spell he's doing.
So that takes me to 0 in mental.
So technically,
Stat-wise?
if I was at full mental, that would take me to 0 3 times.
Okay.
But that's not how the math works, Joe. I think.
Yeah. So you would get 1, and then it would go through again. It'd be 2. You get 3 fatigue,
No thanks.
and then you roll your fatigue,
So I was at 5.
and you get the vulnerable
Yep.
lingering condition.
So I get 2 fatigue.
Cannot benefit from ward. What the hell is ward, Joe?
Ward is mental armor.
Oh, good. I don't have any anyway.
It's a different term. So armor is physical damage reduction.
Yeah.
Ward is mental damage reduction. Charm is fortune damage reduction.
Yeah. So with a lingering, does that reset my mental?
It does.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Lingering brings it back all the way up to full for just your mental.
Yeah.
I got elitist.
You guys all got lingering off that.
Oh yeah.
Al's pissed, and I've become So you think
turned into
you
a
can do
snob.
magic?
Yeah, elitist is fun. You feel compelled to demonstrate your superior mind by confidently misreading the next scenario that you or your GM decides.
That's
Move after the
amazing.
scenario.
Yeah, Bert, this guy in his teeth, we got to kill him. He kidnapped our cat.
He did. Speaking of cat,
You mean former cat? Because
No,
of the
it's
explosion?
fine. It's fine. As long as we get the collar back,
almost
we can
forgot.
bring
Exactly.
Mitten back.
If we can get enough of a neck scooped together to
Yeah,
put a
yeah,
collar
yeah,
on,
yeah.
it'll be fine.
We just put it in the goo.
oh god,
I mean, he was mostly pretty much almost digested last time, so
oh boy, yeah, Minton's super dead.
It's fine.
Well, at least we don't have to fight a feral cat to put a collar
the
on
cage
it.
is like over in the corner, and he's been like partially pushed through it, and you see like one of his legs is bent back the wrong way. A lot of his fur's like he's dead in his cage over in the corner.
we'll fix that.
Yeah.
Oh
It'll be
yeah,
fine.
with the wholesome collar of wholesome animal friendship.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Phase 3, no one there. Phase 4, both of these guards are going to go. They are going to. I think they're going to target you, Chuck, because I don't think they know how much more you have.
Dare they? How much more do I have? I threw 2 handfuls. Do I have more in my pockets?
You only had 2 handfuls. You said that you put like
just
one
the
handful
2.
of each and put them. Yeah, and then you said you threw both.
Yeah, I did. So okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna have them select this. Basically, I'm gonna roll a d6. 1, 2, 3 is, or actually, what would this be? Now I'm gonna do a d4. 1, 2 is you, Chuck, and 3 is John. 4 is Jake. So one targets Chuck, and the other one targets Jake.
Bring it on. I'm glowing. I'm going to get you.
Yeah. That is not the right amount of dice. Why did that roll that?
It looks right.
I had the wrong attribute selected. There we go. They are not going to push that because that would be bad for their health. So 1 success against you, Chuck. And then Jake. 2 successes against you, but they are not going to risk pushing. Why did it roll that so fast?
Witchcraft.
Yeah. And it's not April that's rolling. I don't know. It's been a bit since I've used Foundry. Those are the right rolls. Okay. There we go. Oh, so Chuck, you're going to take 6 physical damage as one halberd whacks at you. And then Jake, you're going to take 10 as halberd hits at you.
Well, that puts me to 0.
Okay.
I have an outburst.
You lose concealment or draw attention to yourself. Yeah.
I'm just gonna
That's
start
fine.
yelling at them like, "Give us back our goddamn cat and his collar." Ooh, disarmed.
and
That's rough.
Jake. You drop either your primary, secondary, or accessory equipment. You can spend a swift action to retrieve it.
I
So
dropped my
basically,
holy
you
symbol
lose a
since I
swift
tried
action.
to use it.
Yeah, that makes sense. So it just gets knocked out of your hand as they hit you pretty hard with that halberd. And then it moves to you guys. So Jake and Chuck.
Nope.
You see Samley is standing, smiling wide behind his desk with his hands
Or is
raised.
it John and Chuck?
Me.
Oh, sorry.
Sure.
Yeah, Jake went already.
Yeah.
John and Chuck. My bad. Yeah, Samley's standing with his like teeth growing or glowing wide. It looks like his teeth are like glowing with a little bit of arcane energy. Like maybe those are his focus. And got his hands up, got that huge smile, frown a bit. He seems to be enjoying this though. And then the two guards look super beat up, both of them. They're both standing. What are you guys going to do?
Yep. You got a plan?
I got an idea.
I'll let you do your idea and then I'll round it out.
Is his desk still kind of relatively somewhat intact?
Yeah, it's beat up a little bit, but it looks pretty sturdy. It like slid back a bit, and then like the front side that was facing the explosions like chipped up a bit, but most of his desk is still intact.
I touch his desk and I'm going to try to turn it into a big wooden spider.
Okay. Roll it. I'm gonna say you need 2 successes.
Fair enough. I will push.
Ooh.
2 successes.
Okay.
I
2
can
successes.
I can eat that.
All right. With that, you see the legs of the desk start to kind of warp and detach, and some of the wood breaks a little bit. And this spider forms out of his desk. All the stuff kind of rolls off the top. Collar falls to the ground. And you have this strange wooden spider made out of the desk. With just the 2, that's the spider is summoned, and it's an initiative now. It's not going to get it's an act though on this turn.
That's fine.
Okay. Chuck.
Well, I was going to hop on the desk. I'm very glad that I did not. So here's what I want to do. I got to use an action, one of my swift actions, to pull my bow.
Okay.
And then I am going to use my other swift action to move up right into this guy's, like, pretty up close to him.
You're within the zone, so you don't need to use a swift action.
Okay, cool.
It's all pretty close. So
yeah. And then I want to try and shoot his teeth.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll take an extra success to aim for a specific place.
Yeah.
It's called shot.
Yeah. That's fine. Okay. So this will be arranged and I'll have point blank. Yeah, this is fine. Everything's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I got that. I got to do that. I will push.
Yep.
Hang on a second, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go ahead and use my nimble, and I'm just going to fucking re-roll that shit.
All right.
Now I'm going to push. There's
There we
2
go.
successes.
There you go. All right. with that, you line up. He's smiling bright big. It's a big target. You sight your bow in, let an arrow loose. You hit him right in the face. And it like spins his head back a little bit. You're hearing, oh God. You see some teeth shatter and some light just kind of
Nice.
splinter out of his face. As his beautiful smile has been chipped
like
away
it.
a little bit.
All right.
Roll your damage.
Okay. And since it took 2 successes, it's just the 1 die.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you were doing 1 as a special effect you were going for. So.
Very cool. All right. And then I got my trusty bow.
Yep. Ooh, 8 damage too. That's a good amount.
Yeah. Oh shit! I forgot. I have a fucking powder bomb. I should have used that on it.
You do.
Next round, putting it in the hole I made.
Where did you get that?
I don't fucking know.
I remember you having it. I don't remember how you got it.
Magic.
I think you grabbed it in the prison, maybe.
Did I?
It was before that.
Yeah.
There wasn't. Was
or
it
did I
one
get
of
it from the
terrorists
quarry?
It might have been,
Was that
yeah, it might have been
construction
one of
area?
the construction people. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Because there were some of those at the saboteur people had some of those. So that might have been what happened.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's my turn.
All right. Noted. Yeah, the guard still looks super beat up. So next round of initiative here.
All right. We can do it this time. Yes!
Heck yeah, look at that.
All right. Wow, you all succeeded. I think that's the first time that's happened. Okay. Round 2.
Oi! Bum, bum, bum,
Yeah, all 3 of you get to go first. So 2 guards are injured. Samley looks like his teeth have been busted up. You see the light in his hands is kind of fading a little bit. So
I did say that I was going to powder bomb him, but I am in the same room.
You are in the same room.
I am in the same room.
We're all in the same room.
We're all in the same room. So, Joe, could I very dexterously slip from my pack my vial of red spider poison and just slam dunk that in his mouth?
Sure. I'll say that will take also 2 successes.
Okay.
Are you trying to like feed it to him like as like a melee or throw it into his mouth as like
trying to toss it into his mouth? The option that lets me use agility.
The most dice. Okay.
Yeah. Would you consider that a ranged or a dexterous?
I would say it would be a ranged if you're like trying to throw it and aim it. So I'm going to say it's either because like he's like kind of holding his mouth now.
Oh,
so,
okay.
like,
if he's got like his hands over his mouth, then I'm not going to.
It'd be closer to like 3 successes to ranged it, and it'd be 2 successes with a melee.
Okay. Then if he's got his hands over his mouth and that's not a clear shot, I'm just going to shoot him in the mouth again, just right through his hands.
Okay.
Because if I avoid using any quick actions, I will get to pop off my priority as well.
Priority. Yep. Yeah. You can do that. Needs 2 successes again to aim for a specific place.
I'll give you 3.
3. Nice.
Joe, hang on a second.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Gonna leave it at gonna leave it at 3.
Okay. Don't want to push with that 0 physical?
No, I do not. Absolutely not.
Okay. Oh boy.
16.
That is a great amount of damage. Okay. Um, with that, he is like knocked back on the ground. He's not dead, but he is like that's eaten through his
Well,
first health bar
even
thing,
better,
and
if
he's
he's
like,
on the ground, it leaves him in prime spider snacking position.
"That's true."
It does.
Yeah, he's like knocked back. There's like a little cabinet behind him that he kind of tumbles and rolls into.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay. Yeah, and then now Jake and John, what are you guys doing?
I
Oh,
was
see
gonna have
that
my.
spider.
I'll tag with the spider.
Okay. Yeah,
Uh,
you've got this giant
yeah.
spider.
Mm-hmm. What do you need me to roll for that?
Um, you're gonna have it. What are you trying to have it do?
I'm just gonna have it like climb up and bite him.
Okay. I'll roll that as a melee,
Okay.
and
You should have named your
let's
character
say
Ben Riley there, John.
they've got 5 dice. Do you want them to push?
Sure.
Okay.
It's a one-time use spider. Push like a
One
motherfucker.
success.
Yep.
Yeah. It's going to deal a d6 with its bite.
Oh,
Only 1 damage.
I'll drop concentration after that. But like, right. I'm gonna do something
Okay.
else.
wood's not good material
Yeah.
for a spider.
Apparently,
You see it bite, and the teeth don't seem to go through. He's got some sort of like armor up.
that's fine. I got stuff of my own.
Okay. Then Jake.
I'm attacking the guard who attacked me. I'm going to
Okay.
use a swift action to draw my whip and crack him.
Sure. Ooh,
And since I'm angry,
successes.
I have to push it.
Push it real
Oh
good.
yeah, you do. Okay. Yeah, 2 successes is great. So roll your damage. 2 damage dice on that.
All right. 6.
And
total.
he is dead. You said it's a whip?
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, you just crack him in the head, bends it back. He
Also,
crumples
since
down
I
to the
had
ground.
a 0 physical when I took my immediate condition, that's not reset. So fatigue, then roll.
Did your physical reset on the lingering or
It did, but then the guard took me back down again.
that's right. Yeah. So yeah, you would get fatigue, and then have to do another roll. Oof.
Infection.
that.
God dang it.
Oh no.
That rash keeps coming back to get you. Is that like the 3rd time you've got infection?
Yeah. I got it in
Oh my
another
gosh.
astral body. Like,
Did.
Oh man. All right. With that, rolls through. So that's one of the guards dead. So let's see. The spider's on Samley. The other guard is going to go in the next phase. So Samley is going to roll back and start casting another spell. Oh boy.
I like that.
He can't push that. He's gonna burn attributes. Get that up. With that, you see that he kind of rolls back and his fist balls up, and you see it kind of gets covered in this like purplish hue as he punches into the spider, and he just cleaves straight through it. It
That's fine.
bores out a chunk of it. Okay. Then other guard gets to go, and he's going to take a swipe at. It's going to be random this time. Check.
No, thank you. How dare?
He cannot push. Hits you for 1. Let's see. Oh,
Fuck me. All right, I
Oof.
was already at 0.
okay.
So now I'm at 5 fatigue for the night.
Wonderful.
Lingering, and I am now limping. You know what?
One of your legs is injured. You move slowest in the group. Athletics tests are risky.
It's fine. I don't need athletics.
Yeah. All right. Cracks you hard with that halberd. Rolls on through. Next phase or next round.
Of course.
Oh,
Ooh,
Oh,
oh no.
brutal.
Oh boy.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
we got this. We'll give you
3
fine.
We're gonna be fine.
fails. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Totally.
I got other ideas.
I like ideas.
So with this, Samley's like standing back up. He punched through his desk and it's just kind of broken apart off to the side, almost cracked in two. And he looks at the rest of you. He's going to start powering up another spell here. You see part of his teeth are still glinting, but most of them are broken out. There's just like a big chunk of his mouth that's just bloody. You can't even see his teeth there. It looks like they were kind of like veneers or something too, because like you see like there's these like dark yellow kind of teeth underneath where you see some are shattered. Some black spots in there too, but then he's got some like perfectly white ones overlaid on the side. He is going to put out his hand and he can hit 2 of you with this.
No thanks.
We're going to roll for who doesn't get hit. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. John, you don't get hit. Well, assuming his spell goes off.
Still hope.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is he mad enough to push? Oh, no.
It's the arrow through his hands. It's
Yeah.
messing with his.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of messes with things. He crit fails that spell.
So good.
Lost.
Great. Yeah. He's going to take only 1. Okay, that's not that bad. He's looking real bad. So this backfires and his hand kind of sparks back. Oh, I have to do a corruption roll too.
Corruption.
Let's roll. He has 2 from that. None of those are 1s though, so he's good. Okay. And it goes to the guard. Guard's going to take a swipe at John.
So rude. Oh no, John, how many fatigue do you have?
I only got 2.
Okay, so it is best that they roll at you.
Yeah. And I still technically have 2 physical health.
Ooh.
Oh, that was risky.
Ooh. Owie.
This
Hey.
guard's giving it all it's got.
Ooh.
Okay. 13 physical damage
All right.
as this halberd sticks through you.
So that'll be 2 more.
Wow.
Segment. Let's see. So I random entity causes me
Yeah.
fear until the end of my next turn. Okay.
We're gonna say this guy gives you fear.
Okay. It's fair.
Makes sense.
What does fear do anyway?
Fear raises your hex range against them.
Okay.
So it makes you basically, instead of rolling a 1 counting as fail, rolling 2s counts as fail against them as well. I think that's the only thing that fear does after I changed it. Let me look at that again just to make sure. I think that's
Both of them.
increase hex range by 1 on all checks while near a source of fear. So all of your rolls, basically your next roll.
Yeah.
You up your hex range to 2.
Okay.
Which is easy to do with that macro. Now it goes to all 3 of your guys' turn.
I have an idea.
I'm ready for it.
All right. So Joe, could I use my telekinetic webbing to rip all of his teeth out?
Oh, that's so cool.
I'll say
You go.
you need 2 successes.
Okay. Fair.
Yep.
With a hex.
It's fine. You got this.
I got this. What could go wrong? Let's see here. That and then why am I being dumb? And then I just changed the hex range to 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna push it.
Push it real good.
Oh my
Of
god.
course.
Oh, that
All
is
right, so it's just
rough.
a normal fail. It's not a crit fail.
Yeah.
But you take 3 physical damage because you're a cult, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm out of physical, so
Okay, 1 more fatigue, and then another roll.
You're catching up.
Wow, you're rolling like Dan on these fatigue
Right.
rolls.
Oh, stance break. My next action against me has advantage. So yay them.
Oh no.
I
Right.
That's
tried.
rough.
My dice just aren't working with me tonight.
Oof.
I'll go after that other
launch it
guard.
out. The web kind of like hits him in the face, but doesn't make contact. You said you're going for that other guard there, Jake?
Yep.
Yeah, roll it.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
2 successes.
Okay. They roll your damage, but they're dead.
Good.
Nice.
3.
They had 2 health. So you crack him. Also with your whip, same thing. Spins his head around. He drops dead.
Nice.
You guys hear banging and pounding in the hallway, but it seems like something is preventing more people from coming to investigate the
I
explosion.
wonder what that could have been.
What was it? I don't know. It's my turn now.
It is your turn.
It is.
So
just shoot him.
I am going to free action ask him if he would like to reconsider taking our deal.
Okay. You're just asking, you're not making it as a roll.
Yeah, I'm just not making it as a roll, just asking.
Testing the waters.
Yeah. So
And then shoot him.
As soon as he opens his mouth.
he's really injured. You've got a bow on him.
I do.
He's not going to say anything. Like, he's not going to verbalize anything, especially with all of his like teeth and stuff all messed up. He's just kind of glare at you He's going to look down. He's going to look at the collar. He's going to look at the cat. He's going to look at his 2 guards that are dead. And you guys are very beat up, but still like able-bodied. And him, he's just going to spit, and a whole bunch of blood and tooth chunk hits the ground. He puts his hands
Okay.
up.
Okay, cool. Then I shoot him.
All right. Roll it.
Oh, fucking shit.
Chuck.
Kill
I
him.
push. I don't care
There
how
we
much
go.
it hurts me. All right. That's more like it.
Roll your damage.
Just 4.
Oh, he had 3 health left.
Nice.
So he looks surprised for a split second as an arrow hits him. He kind of slimps back. He had 1 damage reduction too. So,
Oh, nice.
Oh,
so yeah, he needed that.
We should
He
just go.
slimps back.
Grab the collar,
Falls
grab
over.
Minton, and go.
Yeah.
We were never here.
Never here.
Yeah, fight's over. He seems to be dead. There's the collar. Like collar kind of is a little bit hard to find now that the desk like animated itself and moved around, but you do find it just kind of laying there off to the side in the corner.
How big is this
And then-
cage that Mitten's pulp is in?
It's pretty small. It's like probably it's like just barely big enough to fit him in it.
Okay.
Al, why don't you grab the cage and we'll just grab the collar and go?
oh, now I have to grab the cage. All right, fine. Yeah, I'll grab the stupid cage. This is bullshit.
Also, as we're leaving the petting zoo, I do want to swing by the rabbit section. I want to grab a couple bunnies.
As we're
Okay.
leaving the tunnel, I want to swing by the assembly line again. Open the door and just shout at the old man, "Health inspector! If you want a
Okay.
free zoo, now's the time to forge a signature." And I'll leave him.
All right. I'll say we'll probably wrap with you guys grabbing the cage and having shoved that, but not leaving the tunnel yet.
Okay.
We should, if we can on our way out, we should just open all the pens.
I
Let all
mean,
the
they've
sheep
still got
move to-
employees here to take care of the animals.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it will slow them down because they're going to have to round all that up.
That's fine.
Let's not let the goats out. They might explode.
That's true. I just want to.
Yeah, I don't want the goats to get
I
hurt.
want a couple rabbits. So as long as I get to grab a couple rabbits, I'm down with anything. Like we're having this conversation as we're walking down the hallway.
We could get them
I'm just cussing.
outside of town.
I want those rabbits.
Yeah, we'll say
They're very fluffy.
this is like as you guys are in the tunnel about to get up to like the door in between the alley. And that's where we're going to call it. All right. You've got a cage with a dead Minton and his old collar. You murdered Samley and some guards. Almost killed yourselves with some explosions.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All in all, great session.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
rolled
Good times.
so good.
So good.
Oh, yeah. Fantastically.
Let's see. Failed roll. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go through advancements here. So, everyone participated in the session. Yep, I think everyone failed to roll at least once.
Mm-hmm.
And how?
You learned more about the story. Like you interacted with Sam Lee and you got Minton back. So story progress. Pretty sure everyone picked up a fallout or a
Oh, yeah.
condition.
3 of them.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone feel like they did anything special warranting?
I did the Heisenberg double-handed Pokeball throw.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that. That was
Yep.
Yeah, I'll give it to you for that.
I also think Jake spiking the door with the axe.
That was good.
yes.
That was pretty
that
clutch
helped
in the
a
long
lot.
run.
That is they're still working on that. You heard as they were going through, but yeah. I'll give it to you for that.
Okay, thank you.
That would have made that fight a lot worse.
Yeah.
I'm up to 10 experience points now.
Look at that. You should spend some of that.
I am going to. I don't know what I want right now because I've gotten all the advancements and skills that jumped out at me initially. So I've got to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
I may be forced to take some discern.
Yeah.
But
Fair.
my intelligence score is also a 2, so I should probably take some. Who knows?
I think I'm going to look at the advancement for being able to hold 2 spells going at once.
Oh, that would be
Yeah, the
good.
dual mind one.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for playing. What else do we have going on, Chuck? On Defenders.
Well, technically, Saturday nights we're scheduled for some weird frontiers.
Oh man.
Yep. Of course, Dan is sick, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's the game that never ends.
Yeah, Bert, that's why Dan's not here. He said he wasn't feeling real great on Wednesday, and apparently it has
boy.
full-blown kicked his ass today. So hopefully he's feeling better tomorrow. If he's not, then I guess we'll be running a one-shot of something. Ooh, Bert can run a module. I am fucking down for that.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, either way, Goodman Games tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Central. Oh, cool. And it's a play test. It's a brand new module no one's seen yet.
Ooh,
That's even
fancy.
cooler.
Ooh.
John, you should just skip whatever you're doing tomorrow night and join.
I'm not
if
doing
Dan's
anything
sick.
tomorrow night.
Okay, if Dan's sick, we'll loop you into the fun so you can join.
Sounds good.
And then Wednesday, here on the channel, we got more of our Dungeon Crawl Classics Night Below campaign. Yeah, the party spent a couple years after Dan overcast a spell and trapped them in a very small section of the Underdark in their magical mansion. And then their human beer carrier and their dwarven, I don't want to say hireling because you all didn't hire him.
Fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Yeah, they got kidnapped, so they're going to rescue those two. That would be tomorrow night on Goodman Games Official, twitch.tv/Goodman Games Official. And that's what I've got to throw out there.
All right. John, you have anything?
nope, but a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Couple of weeks, more
We're
Pathfinder.
excited.
Everyone here on the screen's in that game.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We've
All right.
got some things.
Yeah.
Yes.
All of us plus Maitre and Theron and April.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be a bird skeleton.
You are going to be a bird skeleton. Maitre and I are playing
There you go.
twins.
I'm a monk who knows how to cook.
Yeah. We got a question from...
Alternatively, a monk or a cook who knows karate. That's also
That's important. Got to know how to tenderize that meat.
exactly.
Technically, you could fight with the frying pan.
You could.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's funnier with the slaps.
it is. Important question from chat there, Joe. So when's Anvea going to get hit Kickstarter?
I don't know. We're gonna do some revisions once we're done with this campaign here after probably another few sessions. Depends on how much longer you guys spend in Brindlerook, and then finish it up. And then that's kind of going to be the next goal, is like getting stuff put together for a Kickstarter. I don't have any art for it, and usually art helps a lot on a Kickstarter.
It does.
So
We know some artists. You just got
That's-
to throw some cheddar down.
yeah. So it'll be a lot of figuring that out. But yeah, it's not too far off from that. I'm happy with how it's been running so far. So
And Chuck, do we want to tease what we might do afterwards? Or what we're
Oh.
going to do afterwards?
Here on this channel. So Anvea, like Joe said, maybe a handful of more sessions. After that, I will be sitting in the fancy chair.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do a Pathfinder 2nd Edition campaign. I'm going to run that. It's going to be returning to the setting for the first campaign that we ran in the channel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, way the fuck back when. Crispy
no idea what
Pete
that is.
episode,
That's
yeah. And yeah, where people are put together characters. I'm building the fucking setting up and like, yeah, I don't want to give away too much.
It'll be good.
But
Interesting.
there's so far, there's one location. Well, we're returning to the setting, and there's going to be 2 factions that return that the party will encounter for sure. One of them is a secret, and the other one is the Hammerglass Trading Company.
Oh God, those guys.
Yeah.
Are those the dwarf assholes?
Yeah.
Yeah, the guys whose city we completely wrecked.
Yeah, you did. Fucking tidal wave that shit.
Oh, yeah, we did that. I
Yeah.
remember that.
It'll be John's introduction to what Chuck does if he actually takes the time.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Was that the
That's
game
right.
I
It'll also be
played?
Chuck's introduction to John
That was
playing.
the well, no. So the Hammerglass was from the campaign where you played the tentacle monk.
Yeah, Kane Deckard.
Yeah. The setting is from the Order of Heroes, where you all nuclear holocausted the capital of the country just to destroy Kashi the Deathless.
Hmm.
Because you all,
I don't
Did you
remember
use
if I
a-
was involved in that.
maybe it
That
was
was
before
a-
you joined it. Was that before we streamed?
That was before we streamed.
Oh, wow. Okay. So this
Because
is.
we had a deck of many things that handled that.
Yeah. Because the party had a wish card, and the big boss fight, they used a wish to say, please kill this asshole. And the only way to do it was just essentially a nuclear fucking explosion that destroyed everything in a very large area.
Kashi the Deathless is a turd.
He's a turd, but at least he's dead. I don't
Deathless
fucking know.
no more.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Anyway,
good.
that's what's coming
Cool.
up next.
Yeah. All good stuff.
Yeah.
And the next Friday, we'll be doing more Anvea.
And
As
I'll
you
get
guys,
my
try to make
fucking
your way.
bunnies. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Try and recruit some more animals to your petting zoo.
And
Resurrect Minton a second time.
Oh,
We need to
All that good
get
stuff.
Dan back so that he can absorb the bad dice luck.
that's true.
Yes.
I guess I should start plugging this. I don't know if I should, but I'm going to. So for those of you watching, I've got a Kickstarter coming up in February for a little game called Teenage Odyssey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You may have seen it a time or two.
Yeah, you may have seen it a time or two. Here. So yeah. There's a lot of details that I can't share yet. But it's coming. Zine Quest 2024. Teenage Odyssey. Art by Marie Inger. What was the game she made, John?
I don't know.
Very
Casket
good art.
Land?
Sounds
Something like
familiar.
that. Yeah.
They're wondering if there's a pre-page up yet, Chuck.
No, there's not.
I don't
No,
know.
we haven't gotten that far.
That requires tremendous planning on Chuck's part.
The creator and artist of Casket Land is doing the art for Teenage Odyssey. It's going to be super cool.
Very much so.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. With that,
And
we'll,
Bert
head
is
out.
doing
Thanks for watching,
layout for
everybody.
it. That is accurate.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Lots of people working on it. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you at all those times that we mentioned.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
All them times.
Lots of stuff happening. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.
Goodbye.
Oh,